is the acting of John Wayne of Oghede, the most eldest man presently in Oghede, is begging Edo State government, Senator Mondo Pevolo, to come to his rescue, and all the indigenous of Oghede. He is begging Dennis Idahosa, the deputy governor, to come to our rescue. What he's saying that nobody can sleep with two eyes closed in Oghede any longer. Everybody is now afraid to come to Oghede. As we are talking, the army from the cr1ed barrack, they are back of this building. They are destroying building. Yeah, nobody can go close to go and record them, but you will see the recording. This is what we are begging Edo State government, Mondo Pevolo, Nalaho, Oba Atokpe, Oba Nola Wowo, Nado Bumare, Na Bumare, Soja, Ava Iya Gwogi Maravi Rivogede, Mamotonia, we give the land. We are not regretting of giving the land to Army Barrack. They're supposed to be in charge of land and property to secure us, but now the brutalization, the beating, women can no longer go to farm, nobody can longer eat, sleep with two eyes closed. I beg, Mondo Pevolo, this is your government, come to our aid. President Ahmed Tinubu, come to our aid. Everybody that is concerned, come to our aid. This is our cry Oghede. I beg Allah go go. Oba Atokpe.
To the community.
To speak. Oghede women will speak. Oghede indigenous will speak. There will be fights. There will not be peace in Nigeria. It's not a taboo to give Nigeria army land to build. We give that land not to chase us away from our community. As we are talking, Nigeria army, they are busily abolishing herdsmen in our land. Abolishing herdsmen in our land. Chasing us, the indigenous, away from our own land, our father's land. This will no longer continue. We speak today. If the government fail to do something about this, it will take another measure. Court.
The Nigeria army should stop taking the laws into their able hands in Edo State. If you have any issue, discuss it with the elders of the community. Follow the legal processes. For me to have seen the acting of John Wayne of Oghede goes to show that the man is unaware. I've seen series of videos from this guy. I was thinking he's just acting on his own accord, not knowing that the elders of that same Oghede are in full support of the any video that he's been doing. It goes to show that you guys just want to intimidate them. And I want to advise the elders of Oghede. They should protest to the palace of the Oba of Benin, protest to the House of Assembly, to the Edo State government. Because if you insult the government now, before you know it, somebody will be there to respond to you. I believe this video has been on since over 1 week. There is no press statement from the state government to that effect that they are swinging into action. You don't need to wait for things get to this bad before you now begin to take any drastic action. And you now begin to feel that when these persons are pushed to the wall, they might be left with no choice than to come back again and begin to take the loss into their hands. Two wrongs cannot make a right. And at this point, whether officially informed or not, the Edo State government have to swing into action. Ask the commandant of this army barrack what the rationale behind the demolition of houses in Oghede. How come Fulani herdsmen have their camp in that same Oghede and nobody is touching them? Who gave them the permission? Whose right were they building those tents? I believe these are some of the questions we're supposed to be asking, because it seems like some army officials are those ones aiding and abetting whatever crimes most of these Fulani herdsmen are committing, so long as Edo State is concerned. Because I once made a video that if any of them happens to be a black man, they hit somebody unjustly, before you can take them to police station, you will see so many army on uniform coming just to really rescue that person away from whatever they intend to do with the person. You now begin to wonder that some of those persons out there moving around, those Fulani herdsmen, some of them have their backbone in that same barrack. And at this point in time, I want the executive governor of the state is the #1 chief security officer of Edo State to swing into action. You can't begin to intimidate and harass the citizens of Edo State and leave those ones who came as a visitor occupying our land peacefully. Meanwhile, the owners of the land are being harassed, molested, intimidated. This is uncalled for. This is unacceptable. I want Edos, both home and in diaspora. If you are not from that oghede or Upper Akewa Road, you shouldn't just claim the fact that it has nothing to do with you. Everybody have to speak up. Nobody know the next community they might eventually invade. Because if it can happen to oghede, it can happen to any community. For the record, once again, Edo State government, please swing into action before this thing gets out of hand.